Hello and welcome to This Is and Who Wants to Be a Tech-Illionaire with our very special guest, Sara Dietschy, rhymes with Peachy. Sara, how's it going today?
What's up, everyone? I'm a little bit nervous, so This Is audience, be nice to me, because out of all of the quote-unquote tech YouTubers, I'm probably the most selective with what I cover because I'm lazy.
So the rules are very simple. We have 10 questions that we're going to ask you about various different types of tech, and we're going to ask you to answer 2 questions about each one of these items of tech. First of all, the name of the piece of tech, and secondly, the year that this piece of tech was released. Now, we are giving you a 1-year handicap plus or minus, so if an item of tech came out in 2015 and you guess 2014 or 2016, you will get the point for that.
Okay, it does.
We do have an optional wager, which is very, very straightforward. So out of these 10 questions, if you can get 50% correct, so that means if you got the year on every single one right and the name wrong, or whatever the case is, any combination, but if you can get 10 points out of the possible 20, then the This Is account will tweet whatever it is that you want.
Easy, yes, 100%.
All right, are you ready to play Who Wants to Be a Tech-Illionaire? Because we haven't gotten sued by ABC yet.
Oh, yes. Here we go.
Let's begin with item number 1.
You guys photoshopped out so much. So obviously it's a Sony RX100. It has the flash. It has, I mean, that looks like a hot shoe. So the lens looks like the 24-70 one, not the newer ones. So I'm gonna say RX100 Mark III. But see, I'm gonna fail on the dates because I'm terrible at dates. I don't know any dates.
Before you lock in your final answer, we do have a lifeline available to you, which is Phone a Ken, where you can ask our wonderfully / not very useful friend Ken Bolito for help. But obviously with 10 questions, you may want to save that toward later, but just throwing it out there, you do have one lifeline available.
One Phone a Ken. Okay, I haven't talked to Ken in a while. It'll be good to say hi. So for this one, I'm just gonna guess. Okay, RX100 Mark III, I used that to vlog a ton in 2016. But it came out, I'm gonna say 2015. So RX100 Mark III, 2015.
For question number 1, I'm sorry to say you get 0 points. This is in fact the RX100 Mark II from 2013. So the big tell with this one is the Mark II is the only one that ever had the hot shoe. After that, you're right, it did have the older lens, but I believe they replaced the hot shoe with the EVF, I think.
Oh, I didn't even think of that, the EVF. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right, game on, Austin. Let's go, number 2. Oh gosh. You know what's hilarious? I was so phone illiterate until probably like 2012, 2013. So this seems like in 8th grade, I was rocking the Motorola Rocker.
Ooh, nice.
I don't even know what OS that is. I'm just gonna like stab in the dark. It's a Samsung phone from 2009.
You actually get 50% points. This is a 2009 phone. However, it is the Palm Pre. This was a very beloved phone by a lot of people, mostly because this was Palm being way ahead of their game, right? So this had wireless charging in 2009. This had WebOS, which honestly, both Android and iOS have pretty much just stolen all of the multitasking. You can see the cards here that was actually really, really well sort of implemented. And the other thing that WebOS had going for it is the fact that it actually still lives in LG TVs now. So it has had a very strange life.
That's fascinating. Well, okay, I'm so disappointed that I got half points for that, but not the RX100.
You're 1 for 4, so you're still well in it. And keep in mind, you still have not only your lifeline, but I'll give you a little hint. We do have a special bonus at the end if you choose to take the risk. So just throwing it out there, you're in good shape. So let's move on to item number 3.
Oh, digital blue, what's up? Yes, it's the digital blue. That was my first camera ever. Because it was so long ago, I don't even know what year that would be. I would have guessed I would have gotten it for like a birthday or something, or a Christmas. So I was still a young kid.
So I will say we actually haven't been able to track down when this came out either. So we know that you did a video on this. If you can give us the year of the video you made with this, then we will give you points on that.
So for some reason, I remember that Citibank sponsored it.
For your digital blue video?
Yeah, how weird is that? Gosh, I'm gonna probably say 2016 or 2017. So I'll just say 2017.
Sara Dietschy, You have full points. Yes, in fact, this is the Digital Blue movie creator that you create a video on, sponsored by Citibank in 2017.
It came with its own software. And so I wasn't even in iMovie or Final Cut, you know, it was way before I learned all of those programs. So it really was my first experience where I would just like cut together home movies, and it would take pictures too. And you would basically just hold down that trigger. It was like almost like a gun. So you would hold it down like a trigger, film whatever you want, and then when you release, release the button, it stops. So, you really felt like it was a Super 8 too, because you could like look through the viewfinder. Super crappy video, but yeah, it was my first experience with video. I was like, oh, I like this.
Hey, look, you know what? You gotta start somewhere. Honestly, my first camera was, my first real camera was the Sanyo Zacti. It was the sort of same kind of thing. It always looked like a taser, but man, I mean, look, in those early days, kids have it easy these days with stupid smartphones that shoot 4K video. Like, get out of here, man. So I'm actually happy to say you were now tied. You were 3 of 6 points, so you were well in it right now.
All right.
All right, let's move on to item number 4.
Oh, that's a good looking phone. I'm so bad with Android phones. For some reason, like my first reaction was Sony for some reason, but I feel like that's wrong. I don't even know what brand to guess.
Do keep in mind, you still have your phone account available.
Okay, I'm gonna phone a Ken. Let's do it. Hello, is this phone a Ken?
It is phone a Ken. How's it going?
It's going good. Okay, I'm heavily relying on you for this phone because I have no idea what it is.
It is the essential phone. All right.
100% final answer, essential phone. I'll say 2019.
Okay, wait, so you're locking in 2019 essential phone?
Sure, yes.
Ken was right about the phone. Actually, no, it's from 2017, so you get 1 point on that one.
I mean, that looks pretty nice for 2017. That was the company that the Google guy did, right?
Yes, so there's a lot that was going for the essential phone. So first of all, this was one of the first phones that brought in a notch. So this was before the iPhone 10. It actually had pretty much a full screen display. It also had a ceramic build, and it had a ceramic back panel, and it was made of titanium. Well, Sarah, I'm happy to report we're almost halfway through, and you were still at 50%. So you were well within the threshold of winning the game. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm at a point where now if I get all the answers wrong, it's not completely embarrassing.
Okay. I mean, you're not 0 for 20. That's always a good sign. Well, let's move on then to item number 5.
Ooh, look at those bezels. Okay, so it's for sure a Surface. Is that a Surface Pro or a Surface Go? The keyboard is super thin and it doesn't seem like a legit keyboard. I feel like maybe it's the first Surface Go. I want to say 2017 or something, but those bezels just look so dated. I'm gonna say 2016.
I'm sorry to say that is incorrect. This is actually the very first Surface ever. So it was the 2012 Microsoft Surface, and one of the main tells, you're right, the keyboard was very bizarre. That was before they actually had like the nicer sort of chiclet keys, but also this ran Windows RT. So it was before Windows 10. It wasn't even really full Windows 8. It was Windows RT. And the main problem with this is that it didn't really run anything.
Interesting. Well, I'm learning a lot.
Let's move on to item number 6.
Ooh. Austin, did we do something with this together?
What? Maybe, possibly, I don't know.
Because honestly, I'm terrible with phones. I really am. But this was actually a really fun experience with you and Jonathan, and we basically interviewed each other, and this phone came into play. So I'm just gonna guess the year, and maybe you can give me partial points. Huawei Honor V something, and the year that we did that was probably, hold on, I'm doing math, and we were in our apartment in Hell's Kitchen, and that was my second apartment in New York, so I think that was 2018.
No, I'm gonna give you points on that one. So it is the 2017 Honor View 10.
Oh! 2017.
Yes, so I'm gonna give you 1 point on that one. So the thing is, of course, this was one of those campaigns we did where it was, I remember going into it legitimately not even knowing what to expect, and I remember I walked upstairs to that little set that they had built, and you were there. I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So at this point, you were still very much in it. So by my count, 5 of 12. You were very, very close to being in this game. Are you ready to move on to item number 7?
Yep, here we go. Oh, okay. All right, it looks like it has more buttons than the C200, so maybe it's like a C300.
Hey everyone, it's me, Jimmy. If you didn't know, I edit all the This Is videos, and I'm actually working on this one you're watching right now. So Sarah's camera cut off while she was answering this question. She said the C100 and it's the C200. I just wanted to let you know that she didn't get the points. So let's get back to the video.
Item number 8, please.
I didn't have a laptop until 2012. That's when I got my first MacBook Pro. I built my entire YouTube channel on that. But before that, I only had like Dells and one iMac. So my computer game pre-2012 is really weak. I'm gonna say 2007. And it was just a pre-MacBook. So I know I'm gonna get the name wrong, but that's what I'll say for the year. I mean, wasn't PowerBook a thing? But I feel like that was even before. So I'll just say PowerBook. This is embarrassing.
I'm sad to say I can't give you points on this one. This was, you were right on the laptop, but it is the Apple iBook. The iBook G4 from 2003. It was the first laptop with this sort of design language. It had, so this is the 12-inch model that we have here, which had like the full-size keyboard. It was very similar to the PowerBook of the time, but that was aluminum and this was plastic.
Okay, I have to say the fact that I was looking for the Windows and Command key and you guys photoshopped that out is ridiculous.
I didn't move anything around on the keyboard.
You know what? I want to give you a point for that one just because of Matt being nefarious on this.
I feel like if you know to look for a Command key and Windows key, you should at least be able to get points for that differentiation. Matt.
Okay, all right. You know what? I will do that then. Here you go. You get one Matt point here. Let's move on to phone number 9.
Oh, it looks like a Samsung Galaxy S7, maybe, or S8, S8, S7. I don't know. I'll go with that. A Galaxy was my first phone, so I have a special space in my heart for it. And I'm gonna say 2016.
This is the Samsung Galaxy S8 from 2017. So you get 50% points on this one.
Dang, I was so close. So the S7 I did do the 360 video with, and I remember it still having a button. That video has like 7 million views on my YouTube channel. Me jumping out of a plane in Samsung 360.
Well, brag about it, jeez.
I'm just flexing on you guys.
Well, speaking of flexing on everyone, why don't we move on to our final item?
Damn. Yeah, I got so frustrated with my 2016 MacBook Pro and I just went full on, I want to build a PC, I want to try this world out. And so you were one of the first people I reached out to. And I was like, okay, I'm friendly with Austin. He's super nice. Maybe he'll help me out. And I'll have to say, I don't think I've ever thanked you for that video because I was so naive how long that was gonna take. I felt so bad.
It all comes back around because now you're on This Is. So for this question, it's actually 3 points available. So obviously there are a lot of components that went into the system. I'm looking for 3 answers. The year that we did the video, the processor, and the graphics card. You get 1 point for each of those. So if you can get 2 of those 3, then you are a tech-illionaire.
I like half know each one. So it's all gonna be a guess. It's like all a blur. I know that it was an AMD Ryzen chip because I remember the irony of putting in a Threadripper on this PC and probably like Intel seeing it, and then we both did a huge Intel campaign. This is so sad because I feel like I'm not gonna get it right. Okay, I'm just gonna say NVIDIA RTX 1080, and then the year that we shot this video, I'm gonna say 2017.
So this is actually a little bit tricky. So I will say yes, 2017, you get points for that. You were very close on the CPU and the graphics card. It is a 1080, but it's a GTX, not an RTX. But I'm gonna give you half points for that. And it is a Ryzen 7, but it is not a Threadripper. It is just a Ryzen 7. I believe this was a 1700X. I'm gonna give you half points on both, which means that you are successfully a winner of the Who Wants to Be a Tech-Illionaire game.
This is so exciting. I would like to thank everyone out there who's believed in me. I would like to thank my mom. I would like to thank my cat.
I know you're basking in your victory. However, the game's not over just yet because we have a bonus round. Right now, you're going to get a tweet from This Is, right? If you can walk away with the tweet, no harm, no foul. However, if you want to go double or nothing, There's no penalty if you lose. If you lose, you walk away with nothing. You don't have to do anything. It's just, it's a clean slate. But if you win, you get a 30-second ad spot in a future This Is video where we will say literally whatever you want. You can send us a script. We will read it word for word. But there's no handicap. So you have to get not only the item, but also the year exactly right. So it's up to you. If you want to go double or nothing, or you can feel absolutely great walking away as the winner of the game. We can't take that away from you.
I'll tweet you guys anyways, so let's go ahead and do double or nothing.
All right, it's time. Sarah's ready to do double or nothing. So, our 11th and final question for the extra bonus victory is this.
Oh, okay. All right. So, my first reaction was crap because it both looks like a DJI, but not a DJI drone at the same time. Oh wait, this one doesn't break down. Okay, so I do recognize that that's probably the battery, but I don't remember any DJI drones having a battery like that. But the only thing that's tripping me up is that battery. Oh my gosh, what is the smaller one? That's not the Air. So there's the Pro, there's the Air, but there's the one that didn't fold down that was really miniature. I'm just gonna go with Dji Mavic Mini. It's the best guess that I have was it would be like the smallest one. And then the year, I'm just gonna say 2017.
Sarah, in all the games we've played for Who Wants to Be a Tech Billionaire, I've never had a question come down like this. It is a DJI drone. It did come out in 2017. It is the smallest in the line. This is the DJI Spark.
No!
I feel so bad. You literally like the thought process was perfect. You literally like, okay, it's DJI because of the blades. Like you literally made it all the way until you hit Mini.
Okay, so that means I just get a 10-second spot, right?
You know what? That's fair. You get a 10-second spot on This Is. I will completely give you that. That was heartbreaking. I was just like, oh my God, you were getting it, you're getting it. You said 2017, I was like, oh!
Oh, the Spark, yeah. Because that was the only one that I didn't own. So I was like, because I don't recognize the bottom, it would have to be that one.
I would have absolutely not been close on this because every DJI drone looks exactly the same to me. Sarah, well played, and congratulations on not only your victory, but your 10-second This Is spot. We look forward to the script you have to send us.
If you have time, I feel like it would be legendary if you came on my podcast again, but just you. And then the spot, we can promote it with the 10-second spot.
Oh! You were really a good influencer. You know that? That's very impressive. Sarah, can you tell people how they can find you on the internet?
So you can Google Sara Dietschy if you're lazy, but then everything else, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube is Sara Dietschy. But no one knows how to spell that.
I look forward to being on the podcast, and I look forward to coming up with a very creative ad spot for our episode of the podcast.
I feel like I want you to be a part of it, so we'll do it on the podcast. We'll come up with a fun 10 seconds.
Congratulations, Sarah, on winning Who Wants to Be a Tech Billionaire. Of course, everyone feel free to go subscribe. And as always, thank you very much for watching this episode of This Is. Sarah, would you like to play us out with a wonderful outro of your choosing?
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is what an amazing YouTube channel. Austin and the gang has been killing it, so make sure to subscribe. Make sure to check out all their links in the description below. Have you clicked on one yet? We're waiting. Subscribe, like the video. Until next time, stay peachy. Okay, bye. I just used my outro.